you have an upcoming event? Reach an audience beyond the venue. Live streaming your events allows you to reach a global audience, letting people all over the world watch, engage and interact with your content in real time. By providing a live stream of your event, those who would previously be missing out can watch and engage from their office, home or mobile device. Live streaming can provide an additional way to generate income and exposure. Conferences, awards nights, sporting events, concerts, community events. Get your message on air with oneyre.com.
See the City guys do this, but I just think that Great Flinders have probably got a little bit of more experience, a little bit stronger bodies.
All right, and Pacer wearing the maroon.
I think Flinders for me, Regs. I think they'll just have a little bit too much quality, but look for a really tight opening first half, but I think Flinders to win by 4 or 5 goals in the end.
All right, so taking their positions for mine, for the record, I'll go against the grain and tip Lincoln City by a kick. George Pedlar's gone back, shaking hands down there. Norton's gone back as well for Great Flinders. Is he going to? Sorry, he's gone forward. George Pedlar's gone forward as well. Great Flinders are kicking to the northern end in this first quarter. Just trying to pick up the matchups down back. Here we go. It's on. Up they go. The ball won down there by, that was Shaw there. Anyway, Great Flinders have the ball now and they go forward. They're heading to the northern end in this first quarter. Wes Bilney comes out. Couldn't quite get to the drop of the ball. Lincoln City will clear now. Good mark taken there for Lincoln City by McDonald. He tries to square it up, but getting back and putting a hand on the ball. Diving in out there. That was Sampson. And it's squared up, not quite taken. Diving attempt at a mark there from Braden Traeger it was, but Lincoln City will clear now. Hand up there from Xavier Watson and the ball spills over the boundary line. Frantic start as we expected.
Yeah, pretty hot early, Regs, so the skill levels, a couple of errors there from City in the back half, but look sharp early.
I see a 17 out there for Great Flinders Pacer. I'll get you to tell me who that is unless my eyes are playing up. It spills out now and Great Flinders look to go forward once more. Lovely little handball through the middle and out to Wes Bilney. Up in front, good strong mark. Beautiful grab. Great kick. Good football from the Maroons. They will have the first shot on goal. Shot at goal. They'll kick a goal anyway. Wes Bilney will kick from about 45 metres out, about 40 metres out by the time he releases. Again, kicking to the northern end in this quarter. He's taking his time. Here he comes. Crosses the 50 now. Balanced approach, kicks from 45, and it's always... Oh no, it's home. It's just hung on. It looked like it was going to sneak out to the scoreboard side of the goal, but it's held on, and that's the first score of the game, and it's a goal for Great Flinders on the Port Lincoln Boat Supplies scoreboard. Great Flinders 1 goal straight. Lincoln City yet to score. Good finish, Pacer.
Yeah, he's been in good form up forward. He kicked 5 last week and kicked 7 in the interleague game, Wes Bilney, so he's going to be a dangerous option for City.
We worked out who the 17 for Great Flinders is. It's a big ruckman.
Levi Konitska.
There we go, Konitska. And we'll give that one to him. And that is coming out of there. He's up against Kelch in the ruck. That's in the back, is it? Holding the ball. Yes, it is. Watson will take the resulting free kick. Right in the middle of Centenary Oval. He heads out now in front of the Lincoln City dugout. Spoiled there, but Pedlar stayed down. Little left foot around the corner. Doesn't find its intended target. Lincoln City waste no time. They move the ball forward now. It's up to centre half forward. Spills out the back there. Lovely little tap on. Oh, tough tackle there. Big tackle from Maxfield. And we'll have a ball up. Almost in the centre of Centenary Oval. Up they go. And winning that one there, Maxfield in the ruck. Just building it forward. Lincoln City go inside their 50 for the first time. Out the back there. Lovely handball. Around there was Binky, shorts it up, and here he comes. Johan Wagner gets his hands on the ball for the first time today. Beautiful little kick there from Binky, I reckon it was, through to Wagner. Reece Binky's had a good start to the season. Wagner will kick from about 35 metres out, a bit sharper than a 45-degree angle. Shouldn't have to do too much, not a lot of wind around today, and he comes, lovely balanced approach as well, kicks at goal, and it's offline. 3 for 1 behind, lets them off the hook pacer.
Yeah, he did. It's interesting then Joey Walker sweated off him a little bit. I think he's going to have to wear him a bit tighter than that, obviously. He's maybe, he does play that sort of intercept role, Joey Walker, but he's going to have to play a different role today on a player of his calibre.
Did you play him from a couple of metres in front, do you think? Is that how you'd go about it if you were down there? If you had perhaps his leg speed?
If they were desperate, but I think he's just got to wear him really tight, and he'll take those short leads.
All right, it's brought back into play for Great Flinders, and Xavier Watson's been prominent early. Gets his hands on the ball again. Chips it inboard and finds a target there, and Crittenden now looks up, the vice skipper. Kicks it out here. We've got a 2-on-2 contest. Konecka spalls over the back. It's picked up there, and Hill finds that's Hine. Hine goes forward now for Great Flinders, leading back in the race there. Oh, Courage never took his eyes off the ball, Traeger, but it spills out. Oh, lovely turn, and we've got a man down. Frost is down for Lincoln City. He's got one high. Wasn't anything nasty in it at all. Just a genuine contest at the ball, but he's come off second best there, Frost. He's up now, though. Pedler standing the mark. Frost has kicked it up to the ruckman there, and a good grab from Kelch. Kelch now looking for options in front of Norton. For Great Flinders, Kelch now uses the left foot. Beautiful little chip. Reece Binky, prominent early as well for Lincoln City. City looked to go forward now. He's kicked it to the true centre half forward position at Centenary Oval. Oh, a good contest there. Johnny Seal couldn't get hold of it. The ruckman Konecka there had a bit to do with that. And it's a long way from us. Wagner leads out, tries to handball the ball back. Konecka, I'm a ruckman, I'm just going to hack it off the ground. Straight into his dugout. And deliver it around on the full. Take your pick.
Out in the fall, I think, Ray. It's a good effort by Konecka. He worked hard to push to that contest and help his defenders out.
I like a ruckman who knows his limitations. Great Flinders Sport on the mark there, and they've won possession and will go forward. Now, where's Bill? He's got a tough ask here. He's got to beat 2, and the 2 will prevail. He did get some support, though, but Lincoln City will clear. They're going through the middle of Centenary Oval, Maxfield. Maxfield farms the ball out. Is that Binky out there? He kicks the ball forward now, and Johnny Seals up in front. Couldn't quite take the grab, and it will spill over the boundary line. Good effort to spoil there from Mitch Dennis, who's back again, I think, for his second Mortlock. Played last year. Ball tossed in now. One down there, and Lincoln City look to go forward inside 50 once again. It's a 2-on-2 there, and a great mark for Great Flinders from Jordan Hind. Xavier Watson's out here, and he's got some support. Watson will shepherd. It's chipped forward now. Good mark, Martin. Running on, takes the mark, uses the left foot. Where's Bill? He's got a tough ask again. That's spoiled over the boundary line by Simpson for Lincoln City. We will have a ball in. This is where it gets tricky, folks. I'm going to get the extension neck out. We're about 45 metres out from the Great Flinders goal in the pocket, the scoreboard pocket here at Centenary Oval. And it's not going to come out of there, I don't think, anytime soon. We're going to have another ball up. Kelch, the big ruckman for Lincoln City. We'll go up against Norton, who's in the ruck there. We'll give that to Kelch, wins that down, but again, it's not coming out of there. Good tackle, wrapped up. Who's at the bottom of that pack? Is it Norton again? Yes. Up he gets. Norton and Kelch will go at it once more. Give that one to Norton. He's won it down, but no one can take clean possession. Crittenden follows up with a tackle for Great Flinders, and we'll have another ball up. 4 on the trot. We predicted it'd be tight and tough pacer, and it looks like it's going to be that way.
Yeah, they've done well here, City. They've forced Great Flinders wide and put a lot of pressure on them there. So just a missed shot on goal then by young Martin, but good effort by the City defence.
Indeed. So Great Flinders go to 1-2, we believe. 1-2 to 1-1 on the Pizzeria Trieste scoreboard. Right. Great Flinders have possession of the ball now. They've turned it over. Braden Martin, again, he's been lively early. Good left foot. He'll line up a bit worse than a 45-degree angle. We're right behind it here in the commentary position on the far side of Centenary Oval, and he'll kick from about 40 metres out when he releases. In he comes off the left peg. It was always out to the left. Will land in the goal. So we're still in play, just loitering around, snapping over his shoulder. What a finish! Class! Great Flinders again, Wes Bilney. It's class.
Yeah, he's a good player. Great goal then, and I think the effort of George Pedler then was important as well. He just put the block on and give him that little bit of space so he could get the ball into his boot, and a great finish by Wes Bilney.
Smart footballers surrounded by classy footballers. It's a dangerous combination. Wes Bilney's brain just works faster than other footballers when that ball hits the ground, and they kick clear. Great Flinders 2-1, we believe, to 1-1. Back in the centre of Centenary Oval, Kelsch up against Konecka. Konecka wins that one, pumps it forward, tap forward for Great Flinders. Oh, great tackle. Oh, says no, that was Crittenden, but Lincoln City will clear now and go forward once more. Jonty Seal one-on-one and couldn't quite take it, but he picks it up. The big fella picks it up with the one hand. It's enough, apparently. That's a mark. Good football from Lincoln City. Young fellow Ben Schillebeer out of the under-17 competition for Lincoln South last year, playing his first full year of A grade. He's obviously spent a bit of time in Lincoln South A grade before this year, but first run at it full time this year, and takes a mark. He will kick from 25 metres out, almost directly in front. Chips it out. Oh, he's missed it out to the left. And he did just chip it, Pacer.
Yeah, he didn't quite kick through it then, but it was a good effort. Great effort then by Johnny Seal. Just his ability to put a contest on then and then win the footy at ground level and deliver it in was great.
The big fellow shouldn't be able to pick it up with the 1 foot like that. Pedler now for Great Flinders, clears up to the wing. It's a 2-on-1 here, but Konecka, speaking of work for Ruckman on the ground, he won a free kick there. Just holding on there was Paul White. Konecka now, big Ruckman. Forward we go again for the Maroons. Oh, good mark, Norton. Norton inside to Watson, who'll use that lethal left foot of his. It's out in front. It's just snuck over the back, in fact. And Lincoln City will clear their Shepherd. Running now. Out we go. It was... I can't see out there, Pacer, but Lincoln City have gone forward anyway. And they're inside 50. Oh, he hasn't got the ball. That'll be a free kick.
It came out a bit easy then. I don't think Darren Raw will be too impressed with the way the footy came out. There's just no numbers for Great Flinders, and City took it out way too easy, and as a result can have a shot on goal from Wagner.
So Wagner will have his second shot on goal. Hopefully for him, his first shot should have guided this. He's a bit further out this time around, but in he comes. Kick from 40. He's left that skinny, I think. Oh no, he's come back and he's finished. Truly looks skinny, but obviously came back late and has gone through the middle. So that is the second goal for Lincoln City, and we are first goal. 1-2, is it? Yep. 1-2 to 2-1 on the Rustic Cove scoreboard.
Good kick by Wagner then. He was had to kick that one close on 50 from a tight angle, but he put it straight through. So just got held on to then by Joey Walker, and just a bit too long, and earned himself a free kick, but it's a great shot on goal.
DJ Barrow down on the boundary line. What are you seeing down there, mate?
Yeah, Brendan Rosalie is having a really great start. He's had 4 or 5 touches on the half-forward flank, and George Pedler, who started in the back line, obviously in the forward line, has obviously now gone into the centre, and they'll be looking for him to get as much ball as they can. Back to you, Jace.
Thanks, mate. It's difficult to see out on that side, so good to get Barrow's input with young Rosalie obviously out on that side of the ground doing all right for Lincoln City running on, but that's a one-handed handball, I think. Great Flinders, couple of back-to-back tackles there, and they turn it over. Norton farms the ball out to Watson. Watson goes forward, looks for Wes Bilney on the lead. It's class. Great leg, just led him into the football. Bilney held his lead back too, which is important in a play like that, Pacer.
Yeah, great delivery. I mean, you'd like to look up as a forward and see the ball in Xavier Watson's hands, that's for sure.
You wouldn't be breaking stride too often.
Absolutely, it's a good kick. Thought Jackson Norton was good then as well. He's done a couple of important contests at centre forward.
In comes Wes Bilney now. He'll kick from about just over 45 out. It's going to be a good kick to get it online, and he looks pretty good off the boot. Has it finished skinny? I think it has, yeah. Just out to the left there. So 2 goals, 2 now. Great Flinders to 1 goal, 2 on the Pizzeria Trieste scoreboard. Lincoln City bringing the ball in, looking to go short there, and it'll find its target. Good mark from Schlenk, who's on the ground now for a run. Schlenk looking up for options. He'll end up going down the line here. He's got no choice. 2 on 2. Johnny Seal goes up, wins the ball down, but numbers are maroon on the ground. Lovely little handball back and a kick from Dyer inside 50, but well read at the back there for Lincoln City by Paul White. He kicks the ball out wide, looking for Maxfield. Maxfield tackled, breaks the tackle, runs onto in front of the grandstand at Centenary Oval, kicks it over the head of a one-on-one contest. The Great Flinders player there tackled over the boundary line, and it'll be tossed in about 70 metres out from the Lincoln City goal. They're kicking to the southern end in this quarter. Won by Konecka. Tap down, and Great Flinders will clear. It's right on the true centre wing position, and Lincoln City have the numbers here, but they don't have the football. That's a big effort there from the Great Flinders player to break even. I reckon that's the big Lockie Pate. Yeah, he took on 4 blokes there and managed to break even pace. So that's a big contest.
Yeah, it was a great effort. He's a good player, Lockie, and you just held the ball in then and got it forward for Flinders.
Now, Lincoln City, it's going to spill over the boundary line now in their defensive area. It was cleared out of that ensuing ruck contest there by Great Flinders, and it's right out now in just in front of the cam bar. The gathering crowd have the best view of this. It's tossed in, and Schlenk had a swipe at it and went nowhere. There's some numbers there for Lincoln City, but wrapped up in a tackle there was Montgomery, and it spilled over the boundary line. Another ball in. Oh, no. Out on the full. Lincoln City will bring the ball back in. About as far away from us as they can get. Switch the ball out to the attacking side, folks. It's the left foot there for... Oh, over the top. What a mark. Konecka. Beautiful grab. Quality big man. He kicks the ball inside 50. You're going to kick it like that, you can kick it, Ruckman. Spilled to the front there. A handball out there for Lincoln City. That was Paul White again. He's been prominent for Lincoln City. They will clear. Good kick. Good grab too. Up the ground there for Lincoln City, and he'll chip the ball in. Maxfield onto it. Couldn't quite get it. Oh, it's a tough contest. Didn't shirk the issue one moment there, the Great Flinders boy. And it spills out now. Johnny Seal. It's a one-on-one here. Seal picks it up again. He kicks it inside forward 50 to Wagner, who picks it up almost on the half volley. Couldn't quite. Good effort there. Oh, that's a free kick every day of the week to Joe Walker.
Yeah, he puts his head over at Joey Walker. He'll never shirk an issue and show that and runs in a straight line.
Good footy from Joe Walker. It's been very good for Tumby Bay this year in the Great Flinders League. Couldn't quite find a target there, though. It spills out over the boundary line just in front of the grandstand here at Centenary Oval. And scoring has come to a bit of a stalemate at the moment, Pacer.
It has. I'd like to see Great Flinders be a little bit more direct, I think, Reece. They've been forced wide a couple of times, and City have brought the ball out a bit too easy. So, maybe a bit longer and direct might be their go.
They are just working exclusively on that western side of the ground at the moment, these boys. Spilled over the boundary line once again. Great Flinders just pushed it forward. They're about 80 metres out from their goal on the half-forward flank. DJ Barra's down that way. We might head down to him in a moment. Toss back in. Rucks go at it. Spills to the front. Pedler gets a handball out. Class. Chipped back into the middle of the ground, and a good mark there from Hind. Hind looks forward now. Over the back. Good spoil. Good contest there. It's a 2-on-2 here. And wrapped up in the tackle there from Crittenden was... it is Jack Waller, a young fellow. Balled up. Once again, Norton wins the tap through there. Couldn't quite get a kick through Jesse Rule. It spills out now, and Lincoln City will clear, and they head back out to that western side of the ground. Is that Rosalia over there again? Just can't quite see out yet. Here comes one of them now. That's Maxfield running through there. Oh, good handball. Couldn't quite get the 1-2 though. It'll spill out over the boundary line. You get the binos, I think. See if we can juggle a program, a microphone, and the binoculars all in one. DJ Barra, you're down there on the boundary line, mate. Tell us what you're seeing.
Yeah, it's been a pretty tight contest there, and here I can tell you though that Brandon Rosalia, number 19, has had a spell, and he's been replaced by his brother Cody, so that's why they're looking very similar on this side of the ground. Also, Big Kelch has been off for about 5 minutes now, which has allowed Knitska to get more of the ball. Back to you, Jace.
Thanks, mate. Maxfield now has the ball for Lincoln City, just chips it over the top. He's got a man free right on the 50-metre line. Too far out to score though, that's Ambrose. Ambrose chips it over, finds a target. Good strong mark. And he'll be kicking from probably 45 metres out. It's a good mark from Binky. It'll be a tough shot from here. As the daylight disappears from Centenary Oval, in comes Binky. Oh, it's a good kick. Is it going to hang on or is it going to drift into the goal square? It has. And punched over the boundary line. Joe, really good start to this game of football, as we predicted. Tight and tough.
Absolutely.
Chipped in for Great Flinders, beautiful kick. And Great Flinders now, they have a man out here on our side of the ground. Xavier Watson, why wouldn't you? Yep. Watson picks it up, looks inboard, but he's kicked into the man on the mark. Sean Ambrose, beautiful work on the mark there. Watson's handball didn't find the mark. Allowed a tackle, he's called a throw, but don't know about that.
Reece Binky.
Yep,
plenty of the ball.
You got a handball too, young man. That was Tynan Hill. But Binky's been in everything for Lincoln City. He's been good.
Yeah.
And chips it in and finds a target.
Jonty Seal.
Big Johnny Seal looks around for options and will boot it forward now. Just chips over the top.
Rosalia. Oh, put him under the hammer. Put Rosalia under the hammer.
Yeah. That's not going to go in. He's going to clear now with that siren.
The young lads for City have stood up. Jace, the new young ones.
They have. Right. We go to quarter time. The siren has sounded. It's Great Flinders 2 goals, 2-14. Lincoln City 1-3-9. Tight and tough as we predicted. We've got DJ Barra on the boundary line over there. Pace is making his way over to the Great Flinders huddle. So Barra will obviously head to the Lincoln City huddle. We'll find out what comes out of those two huddles in a moment. But we'll go to a break now. We'll come back with the second quarter live at Centenary Oval. It is the 2018 Bendigo Bank Mortlock Shield live on the Eyre Peninsula's 5CC.
Do you have an upcoming event? Reach an audience beyond the venue. Live streaming your events allows you to reach a global audience.
Australians! Optus 4G Plus network now covers more of you than ever. So you can post fast, watch fast, play fast, just like me.
How you going?
I'm good. How are you?
So I'll just get your accounts up.
It looks like you've built up a lot of change from banking with us. Would you like to see the change?
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. I'll just pop out. I won't be a minute. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Right.
Lorraine, can I just grab you out here for a sec?
Yep.
Thank you.
What's happening?
What's this for?
What's it for? Thank you for banking with us. This is to show where your money goes.
Thank you for banking with the Bendigo Bank. Your banking allows Bendigo Bank to support Food Bank, their school breakfast program. Kids are having social interaction in the morning and their learning's improving, so that's a big
fantastic.
thank you. So thank you for that.
Bendigo Bank have bought Australia Red Cross a bus, a 10-seater bus that we can take isolated people on trips around the southeast.
I'd like to introduce you to some members and competitors from our club. This is Bella, Snoopy, Amari and Tully. Bella would like to say thank you. Thank you.
On behalf of the Limestone Coast Symphony Orchestra, we would just like to thank you. We rely on community support to exist, so thank you very much.
The Sunset Community Kitchen cook meals for people just to help them out with their financial difficulties, and the Bendigo Bank have recently given us an amount of...
I'm up the ladder into the commentary position. Get that man a beer.
The goal kickers, very quickly, the goal kickers, Jace Great Flinders, Wes Bilney 2, and for Lincoln City, Johan Wagner with 1.
Excellent. Steckel, of course, over there with DJ Barra before. Good South Adelaide boy. What did you hear in the huddle, Pacer?
He's after... Well, did Miami coming back? No, Rawley's asked for him to be a bit harder at it, believe it or not, but just looking for some tackles to stick and a bit tighter as well. Just did mention the ball's come out way too easily out of their forward half.
Yeah, it's not their MO, Great Flinders. They wouldn't have liked to have seen the transition from Lincoln City, although quality ball use is quality ball use. So, anyway, we're underway in the second quarter now. The ball's about to be tossed up, and the Rucks will go at it again. Kelsch and Konecka. Konecka gets that one clearly, but no one can win it out of there, and we'll do it again. Maxfield extricates it at the last second, but it's too late. The umpire's already blown his whistle, and up we go once more. Konecka gets his hand on it again. Going well in the ruck at the moment. Watson just cruises around the back of the pack. Gets a kick out to Pedler, who's all class, and goes in tough. Well done, young man, there for Lincoln City. That was Cooper Tansel, was it? Okay, well done, young man. Number 26.
He did well there, the young fella,
He
against
did.
an experienced player in George Pedler, so it was a good effort.
Redheads respect there. They're in a unique group, George and Cooper. Anyway, Casey Carr boots the ball forward for Great Flinders off the left foot. Beautiful kick. Just loitering around there. Pedler comes flashing through. Cretton tries to farm it out. Can't get in. Diving in there was Cretton, in fact. Earlier it wasn't. It was Pake. Lookalikes 22 and 12.
Need to find a small forward here, Flinders. They're just outnumbered at the contest and not able to get anyone to, pick around those crumbs.
It is true. Pedler's had attempted to have a shot there, which was smothered, but it looks to come out there. A lovely quick handball and a White class and vision from Paul White. Chipped in, he'll get it back. White now will turn around in the headgear and look for options for Lincoln City. Halfback uses the left and finds a man who's been everywhere early, Reece Benke for Lincoln City. He's probably their best at the moment. Chipped into the middle, big ruckman. Out he comes Kelsch. Kelsch is on the left now, just puts it out in front of Seal, who runs onto it. Joe Franklin's the Lincoln City cheer squad at the moment. You would not have thought that before the start of the day's play. Over the top there, and they couldn't quite get their hand on it for Great Flinders. That will be cleared now, though. Terrible bounce for the Lincoln City player there, and this will end up Oh no, good handball inboard. Lovely handball forward, but there's only 3 Lincoln City players there waiting to turn it back their way. Full-chested, out comes Konecka. He boots it forward for Grey Flinders, but a 2-on-1. We'll see his opposite number, Kelsh, kick the ball forward for Lincoln City. Spills out of there. Moving forward now, and it's gone back to Kelsh, who will... I don't think it's Kelsh, but here goes the young man in Tansel. He's run a long way, but he's got onto the right foot. Pretty terrible kick there, and they've turned it over. Oh, great tackle there on Martin. Ball spills out. Carr gets a handball through. That was McDonald, just taps it out of there. Pumped forward for City by Rosalia, who's down after the play. Rosalia is down. That's Brandon Rosalia. Just caught one after disposal there, but it's part and parcel of Mortlock Shield football pacer. He went hard at it, the young man.
Yeah, it didn't look too much. He ran into Jordan Hine, and I think just a bit of height difference. He might have got him a touch high, but might have taken the wind out of him by the looks.
He looked as he slipped as though, and the shot on goal has gone out to the far side there. It's missed out to the scoreboard side. They're kicking to the northern end in this quarter, Lincoln City. We've got to stop play here while they attend to, I'm sure it's young Brandon Rosalia down. He's moving. So the trainers are there working on there. We might just have a look at the Pizzeria Trieste scoreboard, which sees Great Flinders 2-2-14. Lincoln City inaccurate at the moment, 1-4-10. Pretty tight. We picked it. Wouldn't be anything but tight between these two sides, Pacer.
Yeah, it's been interesting. City look dangerous with their pace at the moment. I mean, a couple of times they've got the ball in the overlap, they've just had the ability to run away pretty easily from Great Flinders. So, and the other thing that stuck out for me, Regs, is just their ability to honour those short 15-metre passes. And I think Great Flinders got to be mindful of that and take a bit of space away from them and be a bit tighter.
One thing honouring them, it's another thing hitting them. And we saw Far West in the previous game. They tried to do that. They tried to hit the short 10, 15-metre passes, but they couldn't do it. Lincoln City obviously have got the foot skills to be able to do that consistently, and if you can get through and get that stop-start, kick type game plan, takes away the Great Flinders pressure from the situation, I guess.
It does, yeah, and you're absolutely spot on there, hitting and making those targets at the moment, so that's an important thing. But I think Flinders have got to really work on taking some space away. It's just a little bit too much space that they're allowing the City boys to run into. Yeah.
Rosalia is up, and he's just coming off the ground at the moment. He's in the hands of the trainers and will be assisted, but the game restarts now. Great Flinders bring the ball back in. Long kick to Konecka, who had the run out of there. Kelsh sort of waited around at the back and looked at Crumb. City will go forward. Maxfield has pumped it and waiting under that. Good, strong mark there from Dyer. Dyer goes back. They look to switch now. Great Flinders looking for a target here. He's got Cretton up in front of us. Oh, that's a great kick. Well used. So he's run on there. Not sure about the idea, but it's gone over the head of Martin. Out over the boundary line on the full. Maxfield now just in front of us. We'll look for options. Good, strong lead, but chipping in front. Oh, well done. Backing back with the pack there was Cretton. That's a good work. That's the other Rosalia, I reckon, who's just farmed that inboard. Paul White now goes forward. Dealt with after disposal. Good mark. Good, strong mark there for Lincoln City. That's a great grab from... That is Benny Shillaby. Yep. Number 12 in your programs, folks. Young fellow. Good, strong pair of hands, Pacer.
Yeah, it's a great grab. He just leapt at the footy, launched himself, and got his arms high enough and took it. So, uncontested, it's a great grab.
We'll kick from about 45, and it's always skinny and not coming back. So another behind, inaccurate Lincoln City. 1 goal 5 at the moment to Great Flinders 2 goals 2. Just finding themselves under the pump whenever they get the football at the moment. The Great Flinders boys are not able to use the ball as well as they normally would, Pace.
Yeah, you're right. And the leg speed's no doubt the one that stands out for me. They look a bit quick at the moment, City, for Flinders, so they've got to resurrect that.
Oh, Konecka! What a grab! Oh, which way are you going, Ruckman? No, you don't get a shot on goal for that, mate. I know he wanted it, but it doesn't quite happen. Good kick too. Crittenden there. Michael Crittenden, the vice skipper, looks forward now. Oh, that's a good kick. That will not quite get the required... Oh, he's going to give a free kick away here. That's a bit soft. I don't say that lightly either, Pacer.
Yeah, it was one of those 50-50 ones there. He did get over his shoulder a little bit, but one you'd reckon he'd just leave go.
Yeah, good kick. It was kicked out of there. That was the free kick was taken by Cody Rosalia. Brandon Rosalia came off. Well, good strong mark for Lincoln City. Jonty Seal goes forward now. Oh, it's going to spill. It's a great effort back with the flight from Watson. Talk a lot about his skill, Xavier Watson, but that's courageous stuff back with the flight, and he's won a turnover. Casey Carr now for Great Flinders will go forward. Crittenden, clever lead. Beautiful mark. Stephen Crittenden now looks forward. Martin short, but he's going to go inboard. Looking to change the angle, or it's a contest, but they do have some numbers here if they can just pick it up. One of them's the ruckman in Konitska, though. Probably don't want that bloke crumbing the football. He'll pick it up, though, Watson. Watson goes forward. It's over the top. Missed the target there. And Lincoln City will clear. This is a one-on-one contest between Martin and Heath. Sorry, Maxfield. Apologies there. And forward go Great Flinders. That's through the hands of Wes Bilney and over the boundary line.
Good effort by Martin. He's one guy on the Flinders side that's got plenty of leg speed, and he kept his feet there, which was important, and won the contest. So Johnny Seal stand out for City at the moment. He's been really important across half forward and providing a really good target for him.
Indeed. So Lincoln City look to clear here, and it's going to head out, way out on the full. It'll come straight back. Great Flinders player there. I think that's number 15, which is Jordan Hind. Will take the resulting free kick. He'll pump it back in. He's about 70 metres out from goal at the moment. Looks to go short. Oh, a man by himself. What vision. Mark or free kick, take your pick. I tell you what, he was made to earn it by
Michael Crittenden.
Young McDonald. That is Michael Crittenden. I think it was Levi McDonald who really made him earn that.
It was a good kick by Geordie Hine. He had to pinpoint that target then, and he's got good hands, Plugger Crittenden, and he stood his ground well and absorbed the contest. And he's I'll back him here, Regs. He's good a shot on goal as anyone in the side. So I'll probably
seem to remember the young man kicking a goal from here last year on Mortlock Monday, roughly about this position, Pacer.
Yeah, I reckon that might have been his brother actually. Stoggy,
yes, you're right.
But he's a beautiful kick plugger. So
that's home. Never looked like missing. Got to take your chances, and Great Flinders is certainly doing that. They move on to 3 goals to 20 to Lincoln City, 1 goal, 5-11 on the Rustic Cove scoreboard. Good strong grab. You're right. It was a Crittenden of a different variety in that spot. Same result.
Same result. Yeah, no, important goal for Great Flinders. You sort of sense in the last couple of minutes the game just has opened up a little bit. So opportunity now for both sides, I guess, to get some ascendancy on the scoreboard.
DJ Barra, we'll throw it back to you. I know the ball's up in the centre, but you're on the Lincoln City bench there as Great Flinders go forward once more. Barra, what are you seeing? Hello. Before we cross to you, it's a goal. What a great finish that is. We'll get you in a minute. Who was that, Pacer?
Scotty Young, yeah, it was a great goal. He's only just come on the ground too. He's leading the goal kicking up in Great Flinders at the moment. He kicked 8 one day against Lock and a couple of other bags, so he's a class act, and he's one guy that can certainly give him some spark down forward. Definitely
a contender for the Terry White Chem goal of the day. DJ Barra, Lincoln City have wasted some chances, mate. Great Flinders are taking theirs.
Yeah, that's right, Jason. Just on Rosalia, he's just having a bit of a spell. He took a knock to his neck. Lincoln City, they could quite easily be 5 goals, 1 in the lead. So the idea is to put them through the big sticks and not the little ones. Back to you, Jace.
Yeah, he's been important.
DJ Barra, thanks, mate. Great Flinders have gone forward once more, but getting back now and cutting that one out for Lincoln City. Oh, hello. That's a terrible kick. He's turned that over. Oh, dear. We were lauding the Lincoln City ball use earlier. A couple of blunders could cost them a couple of goals, Pacer.
Yeah, it was a dangerous kick. Always going across the ground like that in your back half's dangerous. And Spoggy Crittenden, it's the one that kicked the goal apparently last year, but he's a good shot on goal as well, so expect him to kick this.
Here he comes. We're right behind it. It's looking like it's out to the right, and it stays out there. Doesn't come back. He likes it from the other side. Him out the other side of the ground.
Casey Carr's been important for Great Flinders in the last 5 minutes, couple of clearances and being able to put the ball deep inside in quick time.
Certainly lifted. Martin up in front. He has claimed the mark. Needs to get on the left and does. Shorts it up there to, that is Brock Jolly. Jolly now looks to go forward. Oh, he's back with the flight. That's courageous stuff from the ruckman there in Konecki, but Lincoln City look like they have the numbers here and will clear. Not sure where they're going with it though. They want to switch the play, but dangerous stuff. Ruckman Kel says, no more of that, thank you, boys. Finds a target on defensive 50 in Binky. Binky goes forward. Good strong lead and mark again. From Seal looking forward now. Up forward they go, and another kick mark. Beautiful grab there for Lincoln City. It's a long way away from me. I can't see that far. Inside 50 they go, Lincoln City. Big spoil from the back, but there's only one man there for Lincoln City, and they look to go forward once more inside 50, but it's a sea of maroon back there. Mark's taken.
Important change for Great Flinders too, Regs. I see Joey Walker's gone out to centre half back and Mitch Dennis back on Joey Wagner. I think that's a better matchup and allows Joey Walker to run off.
And he's already reading the play well, Joey Walker. You're right. Picking the ball up there, that was Brock Jolly again, and he's been caught high, has he? Yeah, he has. Brock Jolly will win the free kick and look to go forward. United Yolanda Star. Brock Jolly goes forward now for Great Flinders. Norton has a run at it, brings it to ground. McDonald sweeps through, looks for a target forward now, kicks it off the instep. It's a 1-on-3. Still made him earn it, but Brock Jolly stands firm, wins a free kick. Great Flinders go forward now. Got a run at it there at the back, couldn't quite take it there. That was Young with the run at it, but and into the middle of Centenary Oval now with Rosalia. He kicks it out wide to, that is Frost. Frost looking forward now for Lincoln City. He's got a short one inside the middle. This is that short kick to kick we were talking about before. And another option in the middle of the ground. And that's Binky going forward. Oh, it's a nothing helicopter mongrel kick. Gets through. Keeps it in, and dodging around there was Ambrose looking for an option. McDonald tries to run onto it. Just taps it out in front of himself, but will get a little handball through. Running through there was Wagner and caught, holding the ball. Fantastic tackle there. Matty Dyer will win the free kick. Dyer kicks the ball down the line. Oh, it's drifted inside here, and he couldn't quite get there, Tanner Schlenk. He'll get wrapped up now. He didn't dive on that, but I bet you, no, he's not going to get pinged. Good decision, umpire.
Yeah, it was probably the right decision then. He could have pinged him, but I think he was legitimately trying to win the footy then and just got held up.
Schlenk went a bit early there, and as a result, Great Flinders will pick this off, although it's turned over now. Handball didn't quite find its mark there. Frost, short kick, finds a target, good, solid kick. Oh, he had a crack at it there, but couldn't quite get onto it. And that is Cody Rosalia. Cody Rosalia kicks it to about 30 metres out from the Lincoln City goal. Dangerous position there. Great Flinders have numbers, though, if it'll come out. And it does now, but the cavalry has arrived for Lincoln City. We're going to get a ball up. Here we are. Tough contest there. Young Rosalia probably a bit lucky to get a free kick there.
He just had the jumper held and both players went to ground, but he's had a good game, Rosalia.
He has. They've been both Rosalias before. Of course, Brandon got a bit of a neck injury. Hopefully he'll be all right. We've got a free kick here for Lincoln City. I've lost who it is. It's got awfully dark here at Centenary Oval, Pacer. Who is that kicking for goal?
That's Jacob Collins, I think. So, yeah, it was a good tackle. He just caught Jackson Norton with the footy then, and he disposed of it illegally, so shot on goal for City.
It is Collins coming in, number 17 in your program, and it's on target. They needed that, Lincoln City. They stay in touch now on the Terry White Chemmart scoreboard. It's Great Flinders 3-3-21, Lincoln City 2-5-11. DJ Barrow will throw down to you, mate. Whereabouts are you at the moment? You're over there by the Lincoln City dugout. So what are you hearing off that dugout at the moment?
Yeah, they're making the changes as much as they can. That was a good goal they definitely needed. I think they're having a bit of trouble with their matchups at the moment, but if they can get them sorted, you never know, they might get a couple of quick goals before the end of this quarter. Back to you.
Casey Carr back in the middle for Great Flinders has been important in this quarter. They have swung the changes a bit pacer in this quarter, and they look a bit better matched up.
Yeah, they have. They're just been winning the midfield contest, which I think's been important. So Watson and Carr have been well on top in there. So
Martin's been good all day, and he lays a tackle there. Oh, beautiful work from Carr. Farmed the handball out, but Cretton goes through, tries to get a kick out of there. The goal kicker for Lincoln City was Collins. He got a kick out, and they go forward once more. Rosalia couldn't get a handle on it. Norton goes through for Great Flinders. He dives back on it along with Rosalia. It spills out the back. Watson just shrugs off about 3 would-be tacklers. City get the ball down, come out the back. Forward goes, that was Collins again. He's been in everything in the last couple of minutes. And it's going to spill over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. Geez, that was tight and tough, as you would expect.
good effort by Mitch Dennison too. Just a great spoil on Wagner. He looked to have a couple of yards on him, but he closed and great spoil.
He's got big closing speed, which is important when you're playing on a bloke like Johan Wagner, who likes the ball on the lead.
Absolutely, it was great effort.
It looks like we're going to be tied up again. We'll have another ball up. It's in the dead pocket here at Centenary Oval. For those that have played a lot of footy at Centenary Oval, they know exactly what I'm talking about there. But if you are watching the live stream today, it's right in front of the scoreboard here at Centenary Oval. Out it comes now. And, oh, gee whiz, they've thrown themselves in there, the lads. But Watson just a chip over the top, finding a teammate there. That was Brock Jolly. It's come forward now for Great Flinders, but they've turned it over once more. Cretton goes to lay a tackle. It's a good tackle there on Tansel. They've turned it over. Great Flinders strolling into a goal now from 30 metres out. Directly in front is Wes Building, and he has finished. Great work from Great Flinders.
Put that goal down to Guy Morton, Reeves. His contest in a 3-on-1 at centre half back was outstanding. Put his head over the footy and won it, and they went straight forward and kicked a goal by Wes Building. Great effort by Morton.
Indeed, it's a contender there for the Terra White Kemmark Player of the Day. Wes Building finishes the great work up the ground as Pacer just described. So another goal. They're making the most of their opportunities, and they're getting some clean ball out in the open at times. Great Flinders, probably a little bit more in this quarter than what Lincoln City are able to generate. 4 goals, 3-27 to 2-5-17 on the landmark Tumby Bay scoreboard. Out of the middle now, rolling through there was Norton. Likes to follow up his own work, the big fellow. A genuine follower, I think you could say. Follower, all right. Follow me, lads. Up he goes. It's not coming out of there. 3 tacklers for Lincoln City bring the ball to ground, and we'll have another ball up. Just inching it forward ever so slightly, Great Flinders towards their goal. Up goes the big man again, and no one's given that tap, and we've got another ball up there. 3 on the trot. They've tightened things up.
Jackson Norton in the ruck now for Great Flinders, having a run.
Norton goes in against Kelch there, I think it was. No, that was Tanner Schlink. And, big tackle there. It's not coming out. We have another ball up. 4 on the trot now. Just closing things up. Up goes Norton, gets a big run at it, but Schlink goes straight up, wins that tap. It's not coming out of there, though. No one wants to clear it out of there. They're just rugby style getting it forward at the moment, Great Flinders. They've probably moved it 25, 30 metres forward. It's genuine centre-half forward now for Great Flinders, kicking to the southern end. Handball out into space, and leading back is Martin. Martin picks it up cleanly. He's got an option out here on the wing. Good kick, good mark taken by Dyer. Dyer looks forward for Great Flinders. Watson is just loitering around, but Young goes up, couldn't take the mark. Farming it through there. Beautiful little underground handball to Watson. Watson kicks it to the hot spot, 20 metres out from goal. Up they go. Ball comes to ground. Wes Building's just hacked that out of thin air, and it's spilled over the boundary line for a throw-in, which we won't get because it is half-time. Pace is going to head down to the half-time huddle for Great Flinders, and it is the long break here at Centenary Oval and on the Lincoln Rural scoreboard. Great Flinders, 4 goals, 3-27 to Lincoln City 2-5-17. The two sides will gather for the huddle. DJ Barrow will be heading out to the Lincoln City huddle. Of course, Pacer will be heading over to Great Flinders. Jeez, it's got dark here at Centenary Oval and cold. We're going off to a break. When we come back, the second half, Lincoln City versus Great Flinders, Mortlock Shield 2018 here on the Eyre Peninsula's 5CC. Scoreboard, it is 4 goals, 327 to Lincoln City, 2-5-17. A tight, tough first half. The huddles have broken up. DJ Barrow will cross down to him on the boundary line. Pacer is down there as well. He's just making his way back to us.
He's going to do another
He's going to get a kick in a minute. But DJ Barrow, what did you hear in the huddle, mate?
Actually, I got pulled away there, Riggs. I'm actually talking to Paul Kavanagh, who is
the country umpire officer with the SAMFL.
Yep, good on you, mate. And how do you think the umpires are going this year?
Oh, excellent. No, I've watched all the games today, and been very, very pleased with the standard. To be honest, it's been really good. So that's the field boundaries and goals. Been very impressed with all of them.
Yep, and a few young fellas and a few old fellas still doing it, which is a good mix.
That's right. It'd be good to see a few more younger field umpires, because we'd really like to see some young ones coming through. But at least we've got some young guys on the boundary, and hopefully they'll take up field umpiring at some stage and get into it. So, yep.
Oh, good on you. Thanks for the chat, Paul. Cheers.
Excellent.
Back to you, Reece.
DJ Barrett, we'll cross back to him and find out how things went in the huddle there at half time. But we're just waiting. They're clearing the ground here at Centenary Oval. Pace is making his way back up, and we'll talk about the Great Flinders huddle in a moment as well. But we are about to get underway for the third term. A big second half coming up. Ashley Franklin sends up the chocolate bars at the central commentary position. Much needed. Up go the Rucks again. Konecka wins that one down, and pump forward for Great Flinders. Car boots it out of there. Leading back in the race here, Martin, who's been everywhere, slips over though, gets a handball back. Kicked forward there for Great Flinders by Lockie Pake, and they're going to dive on it there. Oh, kicked out of there from Crittenden, but it's smothered off the boot. They're diving in, trying to win that out of there. That's not going anywhere. And, it's come out the back. Little handball over to Crittenden, who got about a 2-metre kick. Intercepted there, smothered by the big fellow in Norton. And Jericho clears for Lincoln City after a frenetic bit of play. Got the first fist on it there for Great Flinders and goes back and cleans up his own work. Lachlan Heath kicked forward there for Great Flinders by Walker. Couldn't quite get through there. A little handball in close, lovely little hand in there for Great Flinders. Turns the ball over, and now got a one-on-one. Wes Bilney just picks it up in the left hand, swings around, couldn't quite get enough purchase on it. It takes a leg break, comes back for one behind. Wes Bilney just flashing through there at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
It was a great effort. He just didn't quite get the right purchase on it, but important hand on that contest by Levi Konecka then as well that won the ball for him.
Johnny Steele couldn't take the mark there, but after a bit of tapping around, Lincoln City do manage to get a clearing kick out in front of their own dugout. It's just in front of the grandstand. Pacey, you were in the huddle there for Great Flinders at halftime. What was the message?
A clear message is to get tighter, no doubt about it, and just cut the running game that City have been that overlap. So you'd look for a really tight-knit sort of defence and midfield here from Great Flinders in this half.
All right, and the ball's just been moved up about 40 metres closer to the Lincoln City goal. It's straight away centre wing right in front of the grandstand on the western side of Centenary Oval. The Rucks will lock up again. It's Kelsh boundary throwing, didn't quite reach the Rucks. Kelsh tried to take it clean, couldn't quite. Great Flinders farm it out of there. Pumping that forward was Lockie Pake. It's cleaned up there at the back for Lincoln City though. I think that was a Maxfield. Sampson it was in fact. And we've got a defensive it's out on the full. Great Flinders. Watson's free in the middle, but he's going a bit longer than that to Heath, who's clear. He's got a man out here by himself. On the left foot there, Lachlan Heath spots and finds Brock Jolly, in fact. Jock Brolly, how about that? That'll stick. That mark didn't stick. It spills down the front, and Lincoln City can't quite clear that. Clean there was Crittenden. Farmed out a handball but couldn't find a target, and Lincoln City have some numbers back here. Over the top was the handball. A tap on, clever tap on as well. Missed the target with the handball there, but they do have some numbers here. One-on-one between Johnny Steele, who keeps his feet and puts the ball down to half forward for Lincoln City. It's out. Wagner just informing a young fellow, Shillaby, to take that out, and he followed instructions. Over the boundary line, about 70 metres out from Lincoln City's goal. It'll be tossed back in. Kelsh there and Konecka. Konecka clearly wins that tap. He's been good. Rosali couldn't do anything with that. Ball is being shoveled forward towards Lincoln City's goal. Just tapping the ball around there. It's a bit of ping pong. Maxfield gets a clear kick out in front. Class. Beautiful kick.
Good vision, Regs. It was. I'll give him credit there. I think he saw Wagner's lead, and wasn't a lace-out drop pump, but he just put it into some space and allowed him to run on it. It was a great effort.
Nothing Dennis could do there. He didn't break stride. Wagner got a 2-metre break on the lead, and that was enough to get the job done. So Wagner comes in. Lincoln City need this goal. In he comes. He'll kick from about 35 metres out, and he's pushed it out to the left, I think. Geez, they needed that. Very inaccurate in front of goal today. 2 goals 6 they move on to. Chasing down Great Flinders 4 goals 3. 5 goals 3, apologies, on the Anytime Fitness scoreboard. Got to take your chances, Pacer.
Yeah, you do. He's let him off the hook there, but that's I think the thing there was the space that Darren Rule spoke about taking away. They just left too much open space for him to run into there, and someone's got to push back and drop in that hole for Flinders.
DJ Barra, you are down on the boundary line, mate, and now you were at the Lincoln City huddle during the break. What did you hear coming from their huddle?
Yeah, he was a little bit disappointed because he's actually struggling with the man up on Konitska. Konitska's having an absolute ripper of a game. As we see a good kick here by going into the forward 50. Oh, and a great mark there.
Shillabeer. Thank you, Barra. We'll cross back to you later on, but Benny Shillabeer has just taken a lovely mark there. He'll be on basically a 45-degree angle about 15 metres out. Every time we cross to Barra, they take a mark in the goal square. Might have to start doing that a bit more often, Pace. What do you reckon?
He's been good, young clutch, Shillabeer. He's taken a couple of good grabs now and been rewarded with a goal, so he's a dangerous option up there for him.
Big goal for Lincoln City. They needed that. Benny Shillabeer produces the 3rd goal for Lincoln City. And on the Terry White Chemmart scoreboard, they move on to 3 goals, 6-24. Chasing down Great Flinders 5-3-33. Still 9 points to the good, the Maroons, but good start to this 3rd term.
Yeah, it's been open again. I mean, it's still tough around the contest, but just opened up a little bit. And so, you know, as I said, a midfield dominance is going to be really important here. Back in the middle now, Kelsch will go up against Konetska again. Konetska, beautiful. He's been very good today. Probably had the better of the ruck duel, I think it's safe to say so far. He's been good at the ruck contest. I think Kelsch has done some good things around the ground, though. He's moved well and played that kick behind play and done some good things for City. Yep, no doubt about that. We were up high there but couldn't get a hand to it, Konetska. And Lincoln City go forward now. Inside 50 coming out. Oh, it's wrapped up there, and that was Shillabeer again. Wrapped up in a tackle. Back he goes to the goal square. Up go the rucks. Jonty Seale's going to have a crack at this. Wins the tap to a good handball there for Lincoln City, and they have possession now. White in the headgear, just pumps the ball forward. Oh, one hand's not enough there, and the left foot from, that was number 18. Was it Grimmer? I believe it, number 18. 16. Wilkins. Luke Wilkins. Yeah. Wilkins' left foot out on the full. They're just hunting the football at the moment, as are both of these sides at the moment. It's pretty ferocious out there. You would expect nothing else. Yeah, it's a tough footy to win, no doubt about it. I mean, both sides are putting their head over it. But again, I think just in the last 5 minutes, at City's leg speed again, Regs, they look sharp around the contest. And if they can break the lines open, they just look a bit too quick at the minute. Great Flinders clinging to that 9-point advantage at the moment. They're trying to clear their defensive area. It gets to about 60 out from the Lincoln District's goal. Bundled off the ball there. Big bodies in close. Just trying to get that through there was Watson. But well done, Tansel. Handball back to, good short kick. That was from Mitch Jolly. Jolly now kicks. That's Brees Binky it was. Sorry, Wagner. Bit of candy and kicks the ball inside 50 out to Seal, who takes the mark. That combination in reverse pace at that time. Yeah, it was good footy. He did that well, Yoey Wagner. He just held on to the footy and waited for that option. And again, just the ability to put the ball in a bit of space without trying to kick it too hard. Just let Johnny Seal run onto it, and Joe Walker couldn't do much about it. Wagner's kicked 1 goal, 2 so far today. Johnny Seal, we're watching him line up, and he comes in now. The shot, is it going to get there? I think it's got over the line. No, he's touched. It is touched on the line. Good effort there on the goal line. That was Konetska on the line, was it? I think it might have been, yep. Big effort on the goal line there. Another behind for Lincoln City. They edge closer. 8 points the difference. Great Flinders now. Heading out to that western side once more. Long kick. It'll land about 70 out from goal, and a good strong mark taken out there. Lockie Heath. He's been good.
Kicks the ball up just over the top, leading back in all directions here at Great Flinders, though, but there's some extra number. What a tackle! Big tackle. That's holding on, is it?
Yeah, holding the man on that,
yeah.
Reeks, but great effort by Konitska again there.
Was the big fella's thrown himself in today. Both big men have done so.
He has. He's coming a lot of ground.
Lincoln City look to go forward now. They have possession, a one-on-one contest there. Working his way to the front in the end was the Great Flinders player in Hind. And we've got another free kick here. Johnny Seale's giving away the free kick. I think that's Hind with the football.
Joey Walker.
Joey Walker it is. Joey Walker now clears up to the wing in front of the grandstand. That'll spill over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in just up from the Great Flinders dugout here at Centenary Oval, almost on the wing, just slightly to the attacking end for Lincoln City. We're into the third quarter now. Big game continues. Lincoln City win the clearance there. Ball goes forward. Playing in front is what all forwards should do. Off the left peg now goes...
Good effort.
Yeah, it was a good pick-up. Carr there flashing through. Handball out for Great Flinders. That was Carr. Back out now. Oh, it's come off the side of the boot, but it's to the advantage of Martin. Beautiful bodywork there from Martin. Good handball too. Watson handballs the ball back. Looking for options now and finding one here. It's a one-on-one contest. Paul White back with the flight. Punches the ball over the boundary line and we'll have a throw-in.
Good effort by White then. They were out, Great Flinders, if he didn't initiate that spoil. But again, Great Flinders just look to be going a bit wide for mine, Reegs. I think if they just need someone to take the game by the scruff and lead up the middle and straighten them up a bit.
Cretton to Watson. Watson just boots the ball forward. Martin again leading back. Oh, big contest there. Well done from Martin again, but this ball is going to stay in. Lincoln City have brought it back up to the wing position right in front of us. Johnny Seale and Joey Walker. Good contest there. Ball spills over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in. The two 10s on each other. That makes life a bit easier. Thank you to the coaches for organising that. Toss back in right in front of us here. On the wing. No one really getting an advantage there, but going forward for Lincoln City. Great kick from Reece Binky. Binky had found on the left peg, of course, he's found Johnny Seale, who looks forward now. Johnny Seale kicks it to, there was a man from Lincoln City hiding behind the two defenders for Great Flinders. He got up and brought it to ground, but Great Flinders have the numbers. One-on-one contest here in the pocket, and that is a free kick any day of the week for Great Flinders out there. Pace, can you see who that is?
Jesse Rule.
Jesse Rule finds a teammate out there on the defensive 50 line for Great Flinders. He looks inboard this time and finds a target. Dyer has the ball now. Will he go down the middle or will he continue to switch the ball? He goes back out to the western side, in fact, and finds a target. Konitska there, looks forward. He just chips it about 40 metres down the line. That's a Tansel, I think it was, there getting in and doing some tough work for City, but it's about to spill over the boundary line there. That's punched out, was it? Yep, it'll be a throw-in.
Smothered by a plugger Cretton. It was good effort. So, but just they're on top at the clearances at the moment, City. Again, we spoke about that leg speed. Again, it's evident if they're winning the clearance and being able to put it forward, and Johnny Seale still giving them plenty across half forward.
Tanner Schlenk there in the ruck for Lincoln City and couldn't quite win that one. Oh, got a tackle there. Lincoln City have numbers, but Great Flinders held them up momentarily, but City do clear now. The numbers in the middle here for Lincoln City. Now, if they get this, Maxfield, they're out. He's got it. He looks to dodge through, or he got dealt with after he handballed the ball forward. Lucky because they were in a bit of strife there. Walker was leading in the chase for that ball. Maxfield will take the resulting free kick.
Yeah, he just slipped there, Maxfield, and got one a bit high, so he's probably little bit lucky to get the free kick, but they were out, you're right.
Maxfield looks for a target, comes out the western side again. It's ball's just about lived there today. Leading back there, picking the ball up beautifully for Great Flinders as they look to go forward again. Jordan Hind gets the 1-2, looking for the 3-4, but didn't quite get it back that time. And they go forward, Great Flinders this time, but reading that beautifully there for Lincoln City is White. Just his brain works pretty quickly as well. We were talking about Wes Bilney before. Paul White reads the ball as good as anyone. Lincoln City now looking to work the ball out of their defensive 50 area, and it's turned over. Can't see who's got that, but
Jesse
Rule it was. He's pumped it inside 50. Bilney over the back, couldn't quite. He's brought it to ground, though. Tough contest there. We'll have a ball up at the end of all of this.
Got to get the runner out to Wes Bill, and he's got to get in front, I think, Reeves. He's just been caught behind in the last 3 contests, and he launched himself the footy a couple of times and won it and kicked goals early, so got to get him back to that.
Would agree with that. Looks a different footballer on the lead and leading his opponent out to the footy. Coming from behind there. They're doing that well, though. They're blocking up that hole, Lincoln City, so getting some numbers back. But it's pretty congested inside the Great Flinders 50 at the moment. Lincoln City work it in close again through the stoppage and work it out. Or Konecka tried to get through. He was interfered with and will win the free kick. He's got a man free in the centre but didn't want to take the kick. He's going to go to centre half forward instead, and there is a man. Oh, big grab! Over the top. Crittenden. Spocky Crittenden. He got up a bit there, Pacer.
That was a great grab. He launched himself, and we just seen it then probably the first time this quarter. They've decided to go long and direct to a target, and he's launched himself at it and took a great grab.
Not sure who the Lincoln City player was that was standing underneath that, but there is no more helpless feeling in football than standing underneath the ball. Please land.
And the step ladder, yeah.
In he comes, Crittenden. It's a mongrel off the boot, but it's out to the left and a defensive mark taken for Lincoln City. They go west again out to that side of the ground, which has been well trodden today. Great Flinders have led back in all directions there, though, although throwing himself in there. Great contest. I reckon that was McDonald. And have we got a ball up? Yes. So they've broken even there, Lincoln City. They've worked it to half back. Up go the Rucks again. Lovely palm down there, but Watson tries to farm that out. They want holding the ball. You're not going to get that when he handballs the ball to a teammate. That'll spill out over the boundary line. And we'll have another ball in.
Stood up well here, the City defence. They've been under a bit of onslaught for the last couple of minutes, and Great Flinders haven't made them pay on the scoreboard, so good effort by their back half.
Has been a game of fits and starts like that, where both sides sort of have periods of dominance, but just neither of them can quite put it on the scoreboard at the moment. DJ Barrow, we might head down to the boundary line. Where are you at the moment, Barrow, and what are you hearing from the dugout?
Yeah, thanks, Riggs. I'm actually standing at the Great Flinders dugout just to let you know that both Rosalia's on the ground at the moment, number 19, number 20, and Big Konecka's just playing a kick behind the ball, which is what's probably stopping City from going any further. Back to you, mate.
Good to hear Brandon Rosalia's back out on the ground. Obviously got the help that he needed from the trainers, and all is well. He'll probably have a bit of work to do shortly. Up they go again, the Rucks. We've had 3 or 4 ball ups, one after the other, but finally we get a clearing kick. It comes from Lincoln City. Oh, couldn't quite get a run at it there, Wagner, and Great Flinders have turned it over now. A little short pass out there, doesn't quite hit the target. Will spill over the boundary line. It will. And we'll have another ball in. How good's your eyesight, Pace? We can see Watson approaching this contest.
It's a long way away. So.
We'll pull out the binos and see how we go. They're no help at all. It's thrown in. We'll just put them down. Rosalia's got it this time. I think that's of the Brandon variety, is it? Yes, it is. It was Cody, and he was caught holding the ball.
Jesse Roll for Great Flinders.
Yeah, good tackle from Jesse. Wins the free kick. He pumps it now to about 45 metres out from goal. There's some numbers back for Lincoln City there. Diving on the ball and farming that out was the youngster there in Pake, but in they go again for Great Flinders. Clearing kick forward now. They've kicked it to about 10 metres out from goal. It spills over the boundary line and we'll have a ball in just around from the behind post. Right in front of the club rooms here at Centenary Oval on the at the northern end. Of course, Great Flinders attacking end of the ground in this quarter. It's been balled in again, and they're just throwing themselves in after this football at the moment. You can see the umpire loitering around. They're going to pick out a free kick here at some point, aren't they?
Yeah, it's on its way, but they're right in this city. Their contested footy's been really good, so.
Or good tap out there over the top. I think that was Norton. Wes Bilney's just running back towards goal. Crittenden gets hold of it, swings around on the left, finishes the job. Beautiful finish.
Great effort by Spoggy Crittenden, and then he just he waited and just saw a bit of space to work in. It was a good clean pick up off the ground, and none of the City players went to tackle him. They thought he was probably going to give the ball off, and he ended up having a bit more space than he thought and was able to snap the goal.
Who's going to get you, Crittenden or Bilney in that spot? They've, well, there is no lesser of two evils when it goes through the big sticks, and that extends the Great Flinders lead. Now, we reckon that's 6-3. Yep. 6-3 on the Rustic Cove scoreboard to Lincoln City. 3 goals, 7. They need to get a wriggle on Lincoln City. Great Flinders at the moment doing enough. Back in the middle, Tanner Schlenk will go up here against Konecka. Watson couldn't quite get a handle on it. And Ord's come out of there now, and they run forward, Lincoln City. Good mark, good kick. Booted forward now. Ord's not quite going to get to Shillabeer this time. It comes to the front. I believe that was Wilkins out there. Can't quite see who's got hold of the ball, but it's three-quarter time. Three-quarter time here at Centenary Oval. That's the siren, and we've got a tight contest, but Great Flinders at the moment in control. On the Terry White Kmart scoreboard at three-quarter time, it is Great Flinders 6 goals, 4-40 to Lincoln City 3-7-25. We will go off to a break. When we return, we'll find out what the messages are at the huddles at three-quarter time. Pacer is making his way over to Great Flinders. And we've got DJ Barra, of course, making his way over to the Lincoln City huddle. It is three-quarter time here at Centenary Oval. The 2018 Bendigo Bank Mortlock Shield continues after this here on the Eyre Peninsula's 5CC.
Australians, Optus 4G Plus network now covers more of you than ever. So you can post fast, watch fast, play fast, just like me.
How you going?
I'm good. How are you? So I'll just get your accounts up. It looks like you've built up a lot of change from banking with us. Would you like to see the change?
Yeah.
Yeah? Cool. I'll just pop out. I won't be a minute. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Right. Lorraine, can I just grab you out here for a sec?
Yep.
Thank you.
What's happening?
What's this for?
What's it for? Thank you for banking with us. This is to show where your money goes.
Thank you for banking with the Bendigo Bank. Your banking allows Bendigo Bank to support Food Bank, their school breakfast program. Kids are having social interaction in the morning and their learning's improving, so that's a big
fantastic.
thank you. So thank you for that.
Bendigo Bank have bought Australia Red Cross a bus, a 10-seater bus that we can take isolated people on trips around the southeast.
I'd like to introduce you to some members and competitors from our club. This is Bella, Snoopy, Amari and Tali. Bella would like to say thank you. Thank you.
On behalf of the Limestone Coast Symphony Orchestra, we would just like to thank you. We rely on community support to exist, so thank you very much.
The Sunset Community Kitchen cook meals for people just to help them out with their financial difficulties. And the Bendigo Bank have recently given us an amount of money that enabled us to install a fabulous new stove, and we're so very grateful. So thank you very much for banking with Bendigo Bank.
Thank you for what you do for the community.
Thank you.
In the community, there are a lot of struggling people, and to have a donation or some help and a backup from something like the Bendigo Bank, it's fantastic for the community.
No matter where you are around Australia, see the change your banking can make. Bendigo Bank. Be the change.
Maintain and build a little bit what we're on. We've probably been a little bit scrappy. I mean, City have done quite well. They haven't allowed us to spread, yet conversely they've been able to spread quite well. So we haven't been able to probably do our natural game yet, but we'll build there. It's just a matter of keeping the hammer down now and keep smashing in, and I think we should get there. But anyway, we'll see.
Good luck. Thanks, mate.
Thank you, DJ Barrow down there on the boundary line. The final quarter is underway. Oh, flying hack kick through there. Didn't go any more than a metre, and it's been turned over. Johnny Steele gives a contest at centre half forward for Lincoln City, but Great Flinders have Young free. He looks forward now. Young looks out here on the lead. It's not going to quite get there. Crittenden turns around on the left, looks in. There's some numbers here for Lincoln City. Oh, man, took a chance there and went to the football. That's how you get it done. That's not a handball either, but it's play on. It's spilled out of there. Coming out now to meet it there for Lincoln City. That was, he held without it, but play on. And this will be tied up about 40 metres out from the Great Flinders goal. Pacer Murphy's back with us. He was at the Great Flinders huddle at 3/4 time. What's the message there, mate?
Just work rate again, Regs. He's told the boys that City will come out and throw caution, win and play on at all costs, so they've just got to be accountable and make sure they take space away. Scotty Young back up forward too for Flinders, which I think is a good move.
Agree. He's been dangerous, or looked dangerous up there. And just down in the goal square at the moment for Great Flinders, who do you see, Pacer?
Spoggy Cretton and Wes Bilney down there. So, And look,
Young will just float around off the flank, you would think, and try and be the link man to those two.
Yeah, he's got a bit of pace too. He's got a bit of strength and size about him as well, so he'll be dangerous.
Bilney shoulder to shoulder now with his opponent as well. So Great Flinders pick the ball up here. It's in front of the grandstand. They look to go forward. They're kicking to the southern end and they've scored a good strong mark there. Lockie Pake has taken the ball. It's in front of their dugout. He kicks inside the forward 50 now, but the only man there is Jericho, yeah. He kicks it out now looking for a teammate. Oh, one-handed mark from Johnny Steele, and he's played on. Having a bounce there is Lockie Heath. Sorry, that's Maxfield. Come on, Jace, wrong side. And he's kicked the ball to a teammate there in Daniels, is it? Yep. Benny Daniels. So they've made some changes there, obviously, up forward, Lincoln City as well. Benny Daniels has come on for a run. That's a good kick too from Maxfield.
It's just that quick transition again then, Regs, that hurt Great Flinders. They were able to just bring it out of defence and take it straight down the side, uninhibited, and shot on goal by Daniels now.
We're right behind this. A bit of a stutter step, but he comes in and it's always skinny. It's not going to score at all, is it? Or it's just snuck in? No. Out on the full. They've been wasteful in front of goal today, Lincoln City. Could come back to bite them in the end. Be bringing this back into play now. Great Flinders. He's got a couple of options here. Maxfield there, a spoil on, that was Traeger. And know each other fairly well. We've played a little bit against each other in Lincoln. Probably played some underage footy together too, I would imagine. Ball's about to be tossed back in. 2 rucks went up there for Great Flinders. We allowed to do that anymore? And picked up Maxfield. It's a little throw there. So Great Flinders now look to go through the centre of the ground. Leading there, Cooper Tansel just smothered it, but he didn't have any support. Great Flinders will go forward. Crittenden now kicks the ball forward. Not quite Young. Gets the bounce that he was after. Farms off the handball. A little don't argue if you don't mind. Just gave him a metre of space, which was all that was required. Crittenden comes out on the lead and takes the mark. Beautiful passage of football, Pacer.
Yeah, great effort by Scotty Young then. Just showed some class and strength. And look, I think it's important he's back on the ground. He hadn't spent much time on, but give the ball to Lockie Pake, and Lockie Pake just won't miss a target when he's on the run like that in space, and delivered it beautifully to Crittenden.
Lace out. Crittenden now, he will kick from about 35 metres out directly in front. This is a big kick. We kicked from further out than that in the end. He kicked from 40 and didn't need to, and he's kicked it out to the left. That's a missed opportunity for Great Flinders. 6 goals, 5 that takes them to, but we'll get back to that scoreboard in a moment because Lincoln City haven't wasted any time. They've brought the ball back into play. They need to go straight and direct. Got a free kick there or a mark? Mark from Jackson Norton, who's been solid all day for Great Flinders. In fact, he's been better than that. He's been very good. He kicks the ball inside 50. Out they come. Play on's the call from the umpire. Oh, a big collision. Oh, gutsy stuff from both players. Maxfield's going to end up with the ball out here on the half back line, but Young's come off second best there for Great Flinders. Up goes Johnny Seal. Walker punches the ball away over the boundary line. But Brandon Rosalia in front of us here in his first Mortlock Shield. Back on the ground after that knock earlier on in the game. Paul White's come up to this contest. He's gone to Watson. They're just chasing up the footy at the moment. There's plenty of numbers around this contest. Boundary umpire Brett Shannon right on cue. Throws the ball in. Konecka trying to work his way to the front of that contest. Watson over the top of White. White still got it. Held on. Tried to get a little handball through. Crittenden kicks the ball out for Great Flinders. And a clearing mark taken by Jericho. Jericho boots the ball out to the fat side of the ground. Sampson couldn't take the mark, and Great Flinders have numbers on the ground. Casey Carr, what a handball. Didn't break stride. Out they go now, Great Flinders forward. Couldn't take it there, where's Bilney, but he's got support, as do Lincoln City, and that ball is just pushed over the boundary line for a throw-in. About 15 metres around from the behind post, down at the southern end of Centenary Oval, which is the end that Great Flinders are kicking to in this final term. Time becomes the enemy of Lincoln City now. Boundary throw-in is tapped into space. A little hat kick out of there goes 1 metre. Smothered all coming through there. Oh, it's a classy finish. It's hit the post, though.
Good effort by Martin then, too. He, in a 3-on-1 contest, he was just able to get the hand out and allow Crittenden to have that shot on goal. Not much in that. It's hit the post there. And on the scoreboard now, on the West Coast Diesel Services scoreboard, 6 goals 6 to 3 goals 7. They need 3 kicks to win from this position. Lincoln City's paid the mark there, I think, to Brock Jolly. Sorry, wrong team. Ian Jericho it is. Good mark. Nathan Frost farms the ball out now, and we're going forward once more. Johnny Seal waits and gets the ball off hands. He boots it forward. There's numbers back here for Great Flinders. Gets a clean bounce there. Good tackle. Good defensive work in the forward line for Lincoln City. They've won the ball here, but hasn't quite been able to get a handle on it. They dive in on it. It's about 30 metres out from the Lincoln City goal. Great Flinders clear here, and will look to work the ball out to the wing. Clear by himself in that spot there is Traeger. Traeger gets a handball through to Casey Carr. Carr runs through the middle of Centenary Oval, gets the handball off to the big fella in Konecka, who goes forward. 1-on-1, Wes Bildy gets just nudged underneath the ball, and Lincoln City have turned this over. Cooper Tansel has the ball now. Gets the ball off to White, who uses the ball with that left foot. Beautiful kick to Maxfield. Maxfield now look to go forward. There's space in that forward line for Lincoln City. Up in front there, taking a good strong mark. Can't see who that is, but he's kicked the ball inside 50. Getting back there with courage. That's McDonald flashing through there, and he's kicked a goal. Rosalia, apologies. Brandon Rosalia, number 19 in your programs, folks, has kicked the goal. A much-needed goal for Lincoln City. Keeps them in the hunt. 4 goals 7 now on the Anytime Fitness scoreboard. Great Flinders still the masters, though. 6 goals, 6:42. Good passage of play, Pacer. Yeah, it was. They won't go away, City. They're having a real crack here at Great Flinders and making them work hard. So Scotty Young just being taken off on a stretcher for Flinders. So after that clash, so hopefully he's okay and not too serious.
It was a big collision, and I must say I would have thought the Lincoln City boy would have come off second best there. It just must have got him in a really awkward spot.
Yeah, looked to be his knee, I think he was holding, so whether he's just got a knock on that or twisted it, but hopefully it's all okay.
He's being carried off around the ground now, Young. We hope he comes up and is okay, but play continues. Lincoln City go forward once more. Johnny Seal just about collected that, but going through there was Sampson with reckless abandon. Just thrown himself at that and won a free kick. All right, Benny Sampson got an opportunity to bring this game back to within a kick.
It's a big kick. It was a great effort by Sampson. Just put his head over it, and if he kicks this, they're right back in it.
Kicks from 48. It's always out to the far side. It's another missed opportunity for Lincoln City. 4 goals, 8 now on the scoreboard, I believe, to 6-6. So back to within 8 points. 10 points, sorry. Great Flinders bring the ball back in. Out here on his own, if you can see him there. He has to duck behind a sprinkler, but he looked for the big fella in Knitska instead. Knitska brought the ball down to the front. Handball through there. They didn't quite get the job done from Lockie Pake, but they're moving forward anyway. Watson, that's a good handball. They've got some space now. Martin kicks the ball out. Oh, it's a great spoil too. It was a good kick. Great spoil. And Lincoln City have turned it over, but they've turned it over themselves. Or chase down tackle from behind. Holding the ball has been paid, has it?
Yeah, Benny Daniels.
Benny Daniels. He has been a live wire since coming onto the ground. He kicks the ball forward for Lincoln City. Now it spills out over the back. Leading back in the... He will kick the goal from point-blank range. Benny Sampson. Stick Stokel's made some changes up forward in this final term for Lincoln City, and they are paying off. Benny Daniels kicks the ball over the top. Great Flinders defenders couldn't get a fist on it. And Sampson runs into the open goal pacer.
Yeah, just 2 Wagner conscience then, the Great Flinders defenders. They had about 4 or 5 go at that contest and just left the ground ball open, and Sampson was good enough to run onto it and run into an easy goal.
Here we go. We're into a grandstand finish. 6-6-42, Great Flinders. Lincoln City, 5-8-38 on the Anytime Fitness scoreboard. Back in the centre of Centenary Oval, the rucks go at it. Kelsch couldn't get a hand to it. Norton is in the ruck at the moment. He grabs hold of it and it is wrapped up in a tackle, and it's moved 1 metre towards the Great Flinders goal, and we'll do it all again. Up they go. Norton couldn't get a hand to that either. Paul White flashes through. Oh, they're throwing themselves in now. Paul White farmed out a little handball there to a teammate. Oh, it's out she comes now. Pump forward there for Great Flinders, Jesse Rule. Leading onto that, Wes Bilney falls over. Couldn't quite stand up. The big ruckman farms the ball out now, and Lincoln City will clear. They're in front of the grandstand. Got to stand up, and couldn't do so. We'll have a bounce. Slip over, get swarmed. Simple as that, Pacer.
Yeah, they've got some ascendancy here, City. I think just noticed Great Flinders are waiting, or almost appear to be waiting for them to grab the ball and then lay the tackle, but someone's got to stand up and just put their head over it here and take charge of the game for Flinders.
We'd have about 10 minutes or 10 minutes gone, final term, and they go forward again, Lincoln City. It's probably a bit more than that now, 13 minutes or so gone, final term. They go forward, Lincoln City. Couldn't quite pick that ball up, or Martin's fallen on top of that. I'm not sure. Oh, it's a great tackle. It's hard and tough over there. And there's people throwing the bodies in over there, Pacer, and we'll have another ball up.
Yeah, they got to watch that, Flinders. I mean, Sampson was out again then. I mean, if the ball come over the top, he was going to do exactly the same, run into another goal. So they've got to get numbers behind there.
It's about 10 metres out from the Lincoln City goal now, but cleared for Great Flinders. What a kick that is. Beautiful kick out to, that is Liam Sampson. Sampson chips the ball over the top to Traeger. Traeger boots the ball down the line. Good spoil there from Frost, but Casey Carr just cruises on by. Boots the ball to about 35 metres out from goal. Oh, good contest. What's he given here? A free kick. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Well...
I thought that was just a genuine contest then, so he's certainly...
want to be nice about it.
Certainly lucky to get the free Jesse Rule, but yeah, but look, he's got a shot on goal here, and it'll be a bit of a cruel blow to City if he kicks this.
In he comes. Jesse Rule. Can he finish? You betcha he can. Straight over the goal umpire's hat. That's a big goal for Great Flinders. And it shouldn't be, Pacer.
No, lucky one there. I've got to accept that. That was probably the free kick wasn't there, but good effort by Lockie Pake out here too to put the block on for Casey Carr to put the ball forward then. So they're always in good position, so probably a fair result. They got the goal in the end.
To be fair, probably should have taken the mark too. It was a good contest, but it was good use of the footy, and Great Flinders get a much-needed goal. So we approach the finish line here in the final game of Mortlock Saturday. That's 7-8 now to Great Flinders. And Lincoln City are 5. I can't see that scoreboard. 5-8. 7-6 to 7-6 to 5-8 on the Anytime Fitness scoreboard. Ball gets thrown up once more. Punched out of there. White, little underground handball to the ruckman. Not sure about that, but in we go. Spilling that ball out again, and Casey Carr dives in on top of it. Can't get it out. Oh, there's some good tackling in there. Watson, clean hands. Coming out now for Lincoln City. Flashing through there. 1-on-4, but just weight of numbers told. A left foot hack kick forward will find a Lincoln City defender. And he's looking for a teammate now. They need to go long and direct. This is Johnny Seal underneath that. He's tapped it on. Here comes McDonald flashing through. What a tackle. Joey Walker. Huge tackle there on McDonald, was it? Yeah, it was. And Great Flinders will clear. It's gone out now over the far side, the western side of the ground. Beautiful football from Great Flinders. They've run on. Booted the ball to half forward. That's a clean take. Kicking the ball forward there for Lincoln City. Beautiful use of the footy. That's Rosalia looking now for options. He's looking for options. Inboard, kicks it in now to Maxfield, who's by himself. Maxfield goes a bit longer. He had a shorter target. Instead, he's gone to a 2-on-1. Out now, leading back in the chase for the ball is the youngster there for Lincoln City. He's battling against 2 Great Flinders opponents. That's a good effort there from Mitchell Dennis, who wraps that up for Great Flinders, is it? No, sorry, it's Hind, Jordan Hind. And it'll be balled up once more. Tapped out there, Martin again. Just pumps it forward. Jackson Norton leads, picks the ball up, it falls over. And just sweating off of him was Jericho. But they've cleared the ball anyway. Pedler on the left. Boots the ball beautifully inside 50, and this could be the sealer. George Pedler said this morning on the sports show that whenever something big needs to happen, who gets the ball in their hands, it inevitably does something, Pacer?
Yeah, just out and out class, and he was under a bit of pressure then too, George, but to deliver the ball lace out on his left side was brilliant, and a chance for Wes Bilney to kick his 4th.
Wes Bilney, he will kick from 40 metres out, almost directly in front. In fact, not even that. He'll probably kick from 35, 40, directly in front. The journey is not the issue. If it's straight, Great Flinders are home. In he comes. Wes Bilney just chips it over the top, cheekily. Oh, George gets caught in a tackle. A little bit too clever for their own good in that scenario there, Great Flinders. What was he thinking? Out comes now to the far side of the ground, and it will be over the boundary line, will it? No, it's going to stay in. They're working in a shoebox over there. Watson couldn't pick it up. Gets wrapped up in a tackle. Lincoln City swarm over the ball. Smother there. Oh, it's hard. Tough footy over that side of the ground. Lincoln City playing on at all costs now. They need to go long and direct. Seal underneath it. He's on it up against 2. Big mark. Big mark. Great defensive grab. And he's found a teammate there. Beautiful kick. Norton's out here by himself if he wants him as well. But lovely. Joe Walker now goes longer than that. That ball will spill over the boundary line in front of Mitch Jolly and will be balled in.
Be a couple of diehard Flinders guys sitting in the crowd be pretty annoyed with that effort before. I think it's just a bit of lairising. I'm not sure why Wes Bilney didn't go back and put the game away then, but bit of show pony stuff didn't come off.
No, toss back in. Maxfield gets hold of it. A handball just misses the target, but getting back onto it there was that was Wilkins. They're just trying to play on at all costs here, Lincoln City. Oh, he's got a handball there, and he's been called for holding the ball. Great Flinders, again, the tackling's been good. Tackling's been good all day from both sides. Manned out here, Jordan Hind. A little short one over the top to George Pedler again, who couldn't get hold of it that time. Falls over, couldn't stand up on that occasion. Oh, through the legs there from the ruckman. Frost loses possession of it. Norton just rips it out of his hands. Xavier Watson just cruises through, gets it off the instep though. It takes an awkward bounce. Jesse Rule gets a handball back. Martin farms the handball back as well. Carr gets hold of it. He goes a bit wider with a handball, and it comes into Crittenden, who takes the mark. What a great piece of play.
Yeah, they just worked hard then, and Matty Dyer was good under pressure. He delivered the ball, put it in front of Crittenden, and he has got the chance, you think, here to put him 16 points up with only a few minutes to go. Should ice the game if he kicks this goal.
We've been here a couple of minutes ago. If he kicks straight, they win. Doesn't have to worry about kicking straight, they're home. And he comes, just to pad the margin out, to 16 points by kicking accurately, and he has. Crittenden finishes the game with another one, and that is that on the Anytime Fitness scoreboard. Great Flinders win 8-6 to Lincoln City. 5 goals, 8. What a cracking game of football. DJ Barrow, we might throw to him. I'm sure he'll have someone to chat to there. DJ Barrow, where are you, mate? I can't even see. It's that dark at the moment.
Smack bang in the middle of the ground, mate. Just give us about 2 seconds. I'm going to race over and see if I can get the big fella.
You do that. We'll come back to you in a tick, mate. No dramas. We'll wait for Barrow to get hold of someone. Pacer, a great game of football, and in the end, really, it was probably Great Flinders' efficiency with the pill that was too much.
Yeah, it was. They used the ball pretty well in the end, and I think Barrow's got Levi Konitska, probably the best player on the ground for mine. I thought he was outstanding in the ruck, so we'll cross to him now.
Barrow, over to you.
That's what we talked about in the change rooms before we come out. We're just to focus on today, and when Monday comes, we'll focus on that. So,
all the best on Monday.
Thank you.
DJ Barrow, we might see if we can get someone else in a moment. We'll cross back down to you in a tick. Barrow, good job out there, mate. Cracking game of football, Pacer. It gives them a chance, Great Flinders. 2 big margins in 2 games today makes it a bit tough, but it'll be an interesting game, that 1 o'clock game.
Yeah, it will be. It will be good. It'll be a great game of footy, and it does set Monday up pretty well. But as you said, they just did enough, Flinders. I think a bit of class shown in the end. So I thought Levi Konitska was the best player on the ground, and I thought Xavier Watson too. He just, he found plenty of the ball. He's that one consistent midfielder. I thought Mitch Dennis's game at fullback was outstanding. Did a great job on Wagner as well. So and young Martin, I thought his game was terrific on the wing as well. Yeah, got to agree. Martin was fantastic. Like the work of Konitska, I agree. I think he was best on. For Lincoln City, though, had some quality players as well. They just couldn't finish their work. We might just cross back down to DJ Barrow, who is looking to try and get hold of someone else. I think he's got his hand up. He's got someone else. Barrow, who have you got this time?
Yeah, I've got Joe Walker with you, mate. That was a great tackle on the forward line there to stop City getting that goal.
Yeah, just lucky to time it right and chase him down. So
yeah, I reckon that was probably the game breaker, mate, because if they'd got that, they were only 4 points down and had the run on play.
Yeah, they did get a bit of a run on there. It was good to slow it up and go down the other end and get a goal. So
yep, so now you're set up for another game on Monday. You've got 1 win, so usually 2 wins put you in a good position.
Yeah, hopefully it should. I'm not sure who we get in the draw, so see what happens and we'll go from there, I suppose.
All right, good on you, mate. Have a good one.
Thank you, DJ Barrow. Get your backside back to the central commentary position. You can come and have a spell, mate. Great game of football, that one, as we've gone through the Great Flinders best, but for Lincoln City, couldn't fault the work of their big ruckman either. Thought he was pretty good in Reece Kelch, but really the Konitska probably had more impact.
Yeah, he did. And Jonty Seal really stood up across the forward line for Lincoln City, I thought. And some of the young ones, like young Tansel, he really put his hand up there in defence several times and wasn't too scared to put his body on the line. It was a really good, tight game. Just what the spectators pay to come and see.
Benny Shillaby was good for the first 3 quarters. They made some changes in that last quarter, which worked as well. Stickstackle off the bench there. Benny Daniels threw him forward, as we mentioned during the call. Cooper Tansel, I thought, had a really good game as well. For a young fellow, played very well. Paul White was classy as well. The 2 Rosalia boys, in particular, Brandon, got hurt, come back on the ground, was still pretty good.
Yep, so much courage. And even swapping Benny Sampson back into down into the forward lines in the last quarter, a little bit of leg, and he was found a bit of pace there to run through with that goal. But I thought he was pretty handy in defence as well.
Sean Maxfield, for mine, was probably the best for Lincoln City, all told. Although you could probably raffle that between Jonty Seal and and Maxfield. I thought they were fantastic.
Yeah, a couple of good way back boys there, Jace.
That's right.
I'm not biased at all.
Interestingly enough, this will leave Lincoln City, of course, playing the 11 o'clock game, I reckon, on Mortlock Monday. So pretty sure they will take on Districts in that game.
I would think so. Yep.
There's another rivalry renewed.
Yeah,
Lincoln
absolutely. How many times has that happened?
That's right. So we believe, and DJ Barra's come back up to the commentary position, and good game of football, that one. But we reckon now the program for Mortlock Monday will be as follows. The late game, we'll start from the late game and work our way back. So Midwest will take on the EP Shark Warriors in the final game of the Mortlock Shield.
Yeah, and that's going to be a cracking game. I think Midwest need to learn that if you just can't kick behinds.
Yep.
They could have kicked another 4 or 5 goals quite easily. Towards the end of their game, they ended up with 12, 13 points. Last year, they ended up with 21 points, and it cost them a chance. So they'll learn from that. The Sharks, last year they came out. They were a little bit tired in their second game, and that cost them last year. So they'll learn from that this year. And that's probably going to be the game of the whole tournament, I'd say.
Great Flinders will take on Eastern Eyre in the 1 o'clock game. So they're the 4 undefeated sides. And, geez, whoever wins that game is going to have to win by a big margin to get the job done.
Yeah, I don't think you can go past Great Flinders. They showed today that I don't think they were going 100% myself.
No.
I think they got themselves into a lead and made sure they just kept that lead. I'll tell you what, that Joe Walker tackle on McDonald at the end there, that
huge tackle.
That won them the game. Without that, there'd be 4 points up only. City had the run of the ball, so that was a real big turnaround for them, and that was a great tackle.
Pacer has had to exit. We'll get to him again on Monday, but Pacer's had to take off. He's got some work to do for the Great Flinders crew. Of course, the 11 o'clock game will be Lincoln City and Lincoln District, so that's a cracking game. And the last game of the day the first game of the day, we're working backwards. First game of the day will be Far North. They will take on, of course, Far West. So
that's a couple of ripper games, I reckon. There's two rivals in both those games.
Yeah. We do need to get out of the way. We've got AFL Nation coming in next. So, DJ Barra, thank you very much. We'll see you on Monday.
Certainly will. It's been a pleasure.
Joe Franklin, thank you very much. We'll see you again on Monday as well.
You certainly will, and thank you.
It's been the 2018 Mortlock Shield Saturday, live from Centenary Oval here on the Eyre Peninsula's 5CC.
Australians! Optus 4G Plus network now covers more of you than ever. So you can post fast, watch fast, play fast, just like me.
How you going?
I'm good. How are you? So I'll just get your accounts up. It looks like you've built up a lot of change from banking with us. Would you like to see the change?
Yeah.
Yeah? Cool. I'll just pop out. I won't be a minute. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Right. Lorraine, can I just grab your hat here for a sec?
Yep.
Thank you.
What's happened?
What's this for?
What's it for? Thank you for banking with us. This is to show where your money goes.
Thank you for banking for Bendigo Bank. Your banking allows Bendigo Bank to support Food Bank, their school breakfast program. Kids are having social interaction in the morning and their learning's improving, so that's a big
fantastic.
Thank you. So thank you for that.
Bendigo Bank have bought Australia Red Cross a bus, a 10-seater bus that we can take isolated people on trips around the southeast.
I'd like to introduce you to some members and competitors from our club. This is Bella, Snoopy, Amari and Tali. Bella would like to say thank you Thank you.
On behalf of the Limestone Coast Symphony Orchestra, we would just like to thank you. We rely on community support to exist, so thank you very much.
The Sunset Community Kitchen cook meals for people just to help them out with their financial difficulties. And the Bendigo Bank have recently given us an amount of money that enabled us to install a fabulous new stove, and we're so very grateful. So thank you very much for banking with Bendigo Bank.
Thank you for what you do for the community.
Thank you.
In the community, there are a lot of struggling people, and to have a donation or some help and a backup from something like the Bendigo Bank, it's fantastic for the community.
No matter where you are around Australia, see the change your banking can make. Bendigo Bank. Be the change.
Put your brand in the palm of the hand of thousands of sports viewers from your local area and even across the globe. Social media-based live streaming has the potential to reach well beyond your existing network. Sport fans are the most engaged viewers, both on television and online, which means more viewers who see your ads and are more likely to act on them. Talk to Mortlock Shield about advertising in 2019 to our growing audience and support local footy. Do you have an upcoming event? Reach an audience beyond the venue. Live streaming your events allows you to reach a global audience, letting people all over the world watch, engage, and interact with your content in real time. By providing a live stream of your event, those who would previously be missing out can watch and engage from their office, home, or mobile device. Live streaming can provide an additional way to generate income and exposure. Conferences, awards nights, sporting events, concerts, community events. Get your message on air with onayre.com.
What a night we have in store. Come on and give me some more. We're gonna shake the floor. Bust down the door. You ain't seen nothing like this. Get it! Give me some more. We're gonna settle the score. CM Punk returns to the Octagon. 2 belts on the line. You ain't seen nothing like this.